Whoa,
Oh shit.
whoa, and whoa. Are we live?
Yeah. Oh no, we're
And
live.
I'm not on mute either. I'm not on mute.
No, no, you're not on mute. We're live.
All right, and I'm not seeing things right. I see the new legal there. I'm not
This
seeing things right.
this is why I called you old as fuck, because it's like like we go through this every week, and it's almost like a senile thing. Like honestly, I think it's like senile, like early onset dementia, God forbid. But I'm just saying though, it's like, am I muted? Did I hit the button the right way? Hold on.
Hey,
How's the
hey, this man here celebrates his 43rd birthday tomorrow. Like his birthday's tomorrow, 43.
Hey man,
So
and happy Father's Day, by the way, too.
I appreciate that, sir. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that. I think New Legal's having a little issue there, but if he can hear me, happy Father's
No,
Day to
Legal's
him.
there. I think
I'm
he's
here.
there.
I'm here, man. I
Oh,
can
okay.
hear
Because on my screen, I do not see him. So again, I'm going to see now. I'm getting old, so I don't know
Oh
what's
no,
going on.
he's there.
you.
He's in the flesh.
I
Trust
can
me.
see you, so don't worry, man. I can see you.
It might be my glasses. Then it might be glasses. What up? What up? What up? Everybody who's joining us, who or catch the replay, whatever it is. Today is Sunday. We already know what that means. Since he starts back at you another live episode, and what we do here is we talk gaming, we discuss gaming, we talk everything about Xbox. It is a Xbox channel, so you guys welcome to come in and see us. But I always start off the show with the like giving the flowers and like what have you been doing for the week kind of thing. So I'm gonna because New Legal's new to our show.
Yeah,
He's the
man.
first time, and I'm blessed that he's here, man. I want him to introduce himself to the world and let the world know who he is. Go ahead, Legal. You got that channel, bro.
Hello, welcome everybody. Thank y'all. The two brothers here is legendary. To Sensei Thoughts are in the building. The brothers, man, they go way back, and it's beautiful because these are the brothers. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to understand when you see these two, you mention them as the brothers. They the brothers, man, and I'm honored that they wanted me to be a part of their show because really, man, it's like the congregation of Christ, right? The church is universal. The church is galactic. Doesn't matter where you go. So be it the gospel of the Xbox community. It's no matter what channel you on. If you're a family of Xbox, I'm here. I'm home. Sensei Thoughts on their platform, I'm good. I'm home. So to everybody out there that doesn't know about me, I go by the name of the New Legal. I have my own broadcasting YouTube channel, which I do videos with gaming and also podcast talks as well. I don't have an actual official name for my podcast channel other than what my channel name is called, and that is Di-RRec Gaming. But you can find it by just simply typing in my gamer tag on YouTube. Di-RRec Gaming pops up. And I just been humbled that, people like you and the rest of the people in the Xbox community value what I bring to the table. So it's always an honor and a pleasure, man, to be here.
I appreciate that, man. And if you guys don't know my New Legal, I've been on his show once now. Legal, was it once?
That's right.
And hopefully
Had to have you.
hopefully some more to come. Hopefully we can do that. Depending on our schedules there. But what you guys don't understand is that I week in and week out I've spoken about those who supported when I decided to do this at 42. Oh, guess what? I'm 43 tomorrow, but tomorrow's my birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Stop it, brother. All right, so
I'm rushing it along. Fuck it. That's it.
Whatever, man. For those who don't know, when I keep saying week in and week out on my podcast, I keep saying there's people out there that have supported me when I decided to say at 42 years of age, jump on this and say, I'm doing a podcast because I've been doing gaming for so long with all of my gaming crew. And I think it would be cool if I could just put this on a podcast and just go ahead and put what I do, what I usually do. And I reached out to certain individuals, to a lot of individuals in the podcast community. I did my little research, and New Legal was one of them. He was one of them that I reached out to, and he had no qualms. Just hitting me up and saying, I got you. This is what we do. This is how I've done it. And from that point forward, the man has always supported my channel. He's always supported my beliefs in what Xbox can do. He supported the gaming community. He's been doing that forever in a long time. Like he mentioned, in his channel, he does game on his channel. So he does gaming and he does a show. But he does big things over there. And I hope you guys check him out because this guy, his YouTube channel, if you guys want to check him out, and you should check him out. And drop a sub, man. Drop a sub and like over at his channel. But Di-RRec Gaming is his YouTube channel. I actually have it in my link. If you go look at the details of this podcast here, it's there. I have in the link. Just say click on it. It'll take you right to him, and you can sub to his channel. But we support all day. That's what we do here. New Legal, bro. I appreciate you. You don't know how nerdy and geeked out I am right now, man. This moment for me is everything. that you're here. I mean, you can ask my brother Logic. Like, all I've been doing is talking this up to him all week. He goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Man, I got a guest. My very first guest on the show. I am so happy and I'm honored that he's coming on, and he was able to say yes to an invite.
Come on,
so
man.
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed that you're here, man. I really am.
Come on, why wouldn't I, man? You know, I'm from the bottoms, bro. I love it down here. This is the ash of the dirt, bro. And you don't get it like this nowhere else. I want to do a shout out, man, to my man Mr. Kima, who's the reason I'm even here. A lot of people don't even know. That dude is the reason I'm even here, bro. So when I saw him, you know what I'm saying? This is the stuff, man, that really makes me feel the best. I love this right here. I love the reaction from just the common gamer, man. We need more of the common gamer's voices back into gaming, because that's where it originated from. It didn't originate from channels. It didn't originate from, from blogs and articles. It originates right from the soul of the gamers, man. The basic conversations for gaming has to return, man. And I feel like, with that passion that burns, man, as long as we stay true to our craft and as long as we represent what we do, then everything else will take care of itself, man. We don't have to try to get in anybody else's lane. The best thing for you to do is make your own lane. Don't worry about likes. Don't worry about dislikes. Because if you're coming in there like that, then you're never going to truly be happy. I'm telling you, you'll never truly be happy. You're coming into this because you got something to say. And just like Hustle and Flow, every man deserves a verse, bro. Every man. Every man deserves to be heard. So you deserve to be heard. You're an Xbox fan. Your brother deserves to be heard. He's an Xbox fan. And we need to hear from Xbox fans, not just one or two channels, 1 or 2, 3 channels. Are we serious, bro? Like, when do we get like that? Like, get in here. You're valuable too, even if you don't have a platform. Get it. You're on social media. Talk what you talk.
It's too easy to do this. It's too easy to do this now. Like, it's too easy to just get, like, right now. Like, if you got a cell phone, you got a voice.
Exactly.
If you got a cell phone at this point right now, you got a voice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's pretty much where we at. Logic.
Yo,
we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into it hard. But Logic, what you been doing this week, man?
It's been a fun week. Just that whole E3 bounce back week after E3. A lot of, just catching up with a lot of that stuff that I didn't focus on too much. So caught the Nintendo stuff. That was cool. Breath of the Wild 2. That was kind of hype, for any Nintendo fans out there. That was dope stuff. I said we didn't get the Switch Pro announcement. No worries. It's all right. It'll come. It's coming. We know it's coming. They're just not talking about it yet. Perfectly fine. But yeah, just caught that extended. We're going to talk about it. Caught the Xbox extended on Thursday. That was dope. And then just gaming. And the gaming, a lot of Xbox gaming, PC gaming, League of Legends, MLB The Show. I'm playing Halo a mission a day so I can get my 50-point reward achievement.
You told me about this.
I'm literally, so like I started on Reach. And so every day I'm playing one mission because you got to just do like that par score shit or whatever like that. Right. And since I haven't played it on my Xbox, I'm just playing one mission a day to get that easy 50, and then I'll go do whatever gaming.
Yo, Legal, this man hit me up. We were talking yesterday in our party chat, right? And he goes, "Wait, rewards? Wait, I could do this? I could do that. I could set up."
I had an epiphany. No, I had an epiphany with Microsoft Rewards last night.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to not get them, right? Makes no sense.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump into it because I think I want to touch on it later on. But I'm telling you, we're gonna have a whole breakdown with Microsoft Rewards because I understand people that probably follow us are Xbox fans, but that in itself, right there, if you're not utilizing Microsoft Rewards, you're missing.
It's missing. Oh,
you're losing.
You're missing.
Right. You don't have to pay for subscriptions, man. Just play your games to get points.
Oh, I haven't paid for Game Pass Ultimate in months. I haven't paid up to
you won't have
September.
To.
Like I'm not just doing rewards, and I'm glad that Logic was able to like see that. He goes, "Wait a minute, what? You can get games that way, discounts off for games. I just think I'm gonna get my Battlefield, my man. That's it. I'm gonna get the big boy.
That's my goal. Like after I basically secure up like enough for like a couple of months of Game Pass, basically anything that I have any extra is going right towards Battlefield. Just getting gift cards for Battlefield, man.
Big shout out to Jordan in the chat. Goddess,
Turpin's in there.
Stone King's up in here.
Yeah,
Mr. Kima.
I see my man Stone King up in here too.
Yeah, man. Stone
Now we're
King's
doing big
man,
things.
man.
It's gonna be a fun day today, man. So yeah, so that was my week. So I'm just, that was me. Did we talk about what you did this week? Not yet.
I ain't do shit, man. All I did was
Okay.
be old. I'm getting older tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you tell? I don't know. Did you tell the chat and online like what you did Friday? Is that like public news, or we just?
What did I do Friday? Oh no,
No.
I could give that up. I mean,
No,
nah.
you don't have. No. It's
That'd be like a solo podcast.
Perfectly fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll
tease
talk
it.
about that. Yeah,
We'll tease it. We'll tease it.
We'll tease it. Guys, stay tuned, guys. It's something to tease it.
Yeah. More good news though. All good news.
But this week, what I did, let's see what I did this week. This week, I decided to, I watched, obviously, Sunday's E3 happened.
Yep.
I spoke about that. I'm proud of what Xbox is doing. And then they dropped the hammer with the extended show. Like they needed to do that. They didn't, but they dropped the hammer on the extended show. That, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, here's the extended show. And they dropped that hammer on there. And they just showed a little bit more Hellblade 2 coming. We'll be talking about that. Halo and how Halo's going to play out. And the exclusive Starfield, not coming to any other platform but with the Game Pass, Xbox. That's how you can be able to play it.
Yeah. That's
going to be exclusive. 2022 is coming. So I saw that extended. Shout outs to Parrish for holding that up there. That man did big things on that channel. I love that he was able to host that, and millions of views were on him, and he did a phenomenal job on that show. A phenomenal job. Me and the league was talking about that in the chat. So it's like, yo, Parrish is doing big things over there, man. And I appreciate that. He held it down, man. He
held it down, man.
Doing this thing over there. What else? Oh, I played Splitgate. I don't know if you guys played that yet. Splitgate.
I have.
It's on the event thing they're doing, the demos event. And me and my boy Money was playing that, and we had a lot of fun. I posted a video, little clip. Me shooting a guy through a portal. It's literally Portal meets Halo, and that's what you're doing. You're playing that kind of a multiplayer game. Pretty cool. But we're gonna dive into the very first thing I want to talk about today. I know the legal's hyped about this. I know Log's hyped about this, but let's talk about it. We're gonna go a little bit and shuffle the discussions here. But I want to talk about Pete Hines. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about.
Yeah, that's the big topic, man.
Every podcast is talking about that right now.
Yep.
But I want to touch base
I'll be talking about it too.
Oh yeah, because I want to know, and I hope I'm invited to that show, man. Because I want to be on that.
Oh, well, come on, we'll just go right after this.
We'll go. Right after there you go. Let's podcast Sundays. But no, let's talk about that, man. The man went on, and got interviewed, and he mentioned he said, "I apologize to the PlayStation fans." Right. For the game being exclusive, or I don't know if he said it in those words, but for the game being, he apologized for the
more or less. You're paraphrasing, but it's pretty much it was that sentiment, that whole like, hey, listen, sorry for anybody that's not going to be able to play this, as if people are almost not allowed to own an Xbox or a PC.
Right.
So it felt very out of touch and just unwarranted. Like, I guess I could understand almost a little bit from where he was coming from, but it didn't need to be said. It's like it's just.
I got the empathy part. I got the empathy part, but I never got the apology from Insomniac. I never got that apology. I never got told, "Hey, sorry, Spider-Man's coming on Sony PlayStation. You can't." I never got that apology. I didn't get that empathy, so I don't understand. And we took it on the chin for 7 straight years. Took it on the chin for 7 straight years about how we have no games over here, how Xbox is struggling, how they got no like they can't sell no consoles, they can't push out consoles, whether it be here,
exclusive content going to the Sony side, like
none of that.
Third-party developers and everything.
On the chin, for 7 straight years of the chin. We finally got a win. We finally got something positive going on from day one of this console launching, next gen, and we got positive going on. We won E3. Obviously, we won E3. There's nothing. I mean, Nintendo was great, but E3 was like focused on what Microsoft did. Then they did the extended show. Then they mentioned as you see the video right now, they mentioned Starfield being exclusive. They cut that narrative and just threw it out the window. I can forget about that. It's only going to be on Xbox and Game Pass. But yeah, he goes on a podcast and gets interviews and says, "I apologize." New League, what do you think about that, man?
To me, I don't even understand why exclusives all of a sudden is something so devastating and so traumatic. It only proves to what we've been saying over and over again. But now it's a revelation. For years, and I mean for many years, right? A good 30 years, easy. I've never looked at Mario for being in the wrong place on Nintendo because I owned a Sega Genesis. I never looked at Sonic for being wrong for being on a Sega Genesis because he wasn't on Nintendo. For years, man. You can go Alex Kidd. You can go with Luigi. You can go with Crash Bandicoot. Nobody had these issues. Look at Ratchet and Clank, for goodness sake. Look, all the situations when it came to Sony having their exclusives has been indoctrinated into us, man. We feel as if the word exclusive can only derive from a Sony enterprise. Do you know that Nintendo is the king of exclusives? It's not even Sony. But because you've been indoctrinated, been drinking too much of your Kool-Aid, you've been poor pissed, influenced by your desires of your innermost feelings, that you don't have enough common sense to understand that. So you think that every game that comes out that's supposed to be a masterpiece, or any game that is a masterpiece has to be a Sony game. Any game that scores high in Metacritic has to be a Sony game. Any game that any AAA party that comes from Sony has to be Gotti. The reason why you guys feel that way is because Sony has indoctrinated you. Sony is a great mastermind, because what you guys don't understand is your third stream. You're not even first stream for Sony. You're third stream. It just so happens that Sony's made some bad practices, has done some bad malpractices, and things have finally turned around bad for them. And now you have become their bread and butter. But you was never their first love. Their first love was insurance. Their second love, semiconductors. Electronics was their third love. The Walkman was their biggest success story. The PlayStation isn't their biggest success story. No. You're not their biggest success story. The Walkman is.
And they're not treated as such. That's another thing too. I feel like Sony people, like, they almost feel like, why don't you love me? Why don't you like what? Like, that's how I feel sometimes. I get that. Like, if you're a diehard Sony, it's like, love me. Don't love every other fucking bit. Love me. I'm here for you.
I'm hanging with the brothers, man.
This is it right here.
Horrible.
I'm hanging with the brothers. Look, man, look. Because you can't help it. I'm not trying to laugh, but we're trying to really, listen. I'm starting a movement. I know Sensei and his brothers with it, and we're trying to get everybody on this tip. Look, truth over feelings. That's the new movement. It's truth over feelings, man. You either got too much invested in gaming or too much invested in your feelings. Take a side. It's one or the other. But we're not having this tit for tat stuff where we caring about if you're gonna like what we say and you're not gonna come to our channel, or or I ain't getting enough likes. You're in the wrong place, bro, because we could care less about that. What we're doing is what we've been doing since we were kids. Like I said, we can do this with our eyes closed.
Facts.
This is a pound for pound thing. You incorporate the streets, bring the YouTubers in, pound for pound. And it's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have nothing to lose. We got everything to gain, which is different from the YouTuber. He don't want to lose that stuff. So he's invested into your feelings. We're invested into the truth. So the way I look at it is, once they started to feel like that, and you got to understand something, they were kids, man. These were little children. The PlayStation fans, they were like 6, 7, 8 years old when mommy and daddy got them that console. When the PlayStation console came out, I was a teenager, bro. I was laughing at that thing. I never liked the PlayStation brand, never. So you're looking at one of the purists. You're looking at one of the truest. I never liked it. When that first console came out, I was like, what's that? That's a CD player. The last time I remember, you punch the top comes up.
Just like a CD player.
Down, you shut that bad boy back down. But I understood Sony. There wasn't no concept into that. And gotta always remember this. PlayStation, the engineers of PlayStation, they didn't even build the first PlayStation. Nintendo did. So
shout out to 100. Shout out to 100 in the chats. I didn't mean to cut you off. Shout out to 100 in the chats. Until maybe they get me away.
No doubt. Nintendo made your very first console. And dig this. This is true. Called it the PlayStation. You know what Nintendo did? They gave you, they couldn't even sell that no more because Nintendo was like, we made it. We took it. Nintendo yanked your first console. That's what they did. They yanked it. Give us that. That's ours. So you know what Nintendo did? I mean, you know what Sony did? They came back, gave you a CD player, called it a video game, because what you got to understand is they are the kings. They are the kings of the disc drive. Yeah. They wasn't the first, but they're the first to be extremely successful at it, at the CD-ROM. And they were masters of it, right? Because they already had boombox systems. They already had CD players at the time.
Facts.
So they understood that laser. They understood that the laser, spinning around, top-notch quality, right? They understood that. So I give them that. You know what I'm saying? And it was revolutionary, right? Developers were able to make bigger and longer games, bigger and better worlds, and reduce the load time. You know, we understood all of that. I give Sony all the props in the world for that. But what ended up happening was they knew what they was giving you. They never really gave you a true console. That's why when your PlayStation 1 was acting weird on you because it wouldn't shut down no more. That was a wear and tear situation that we had been happening with our CD players from the get-go, from opening and closing. Now, what console you ever known open and close? What console? If you put the CD in, you hit the button, you pull the CD out. Even Nintendo, you push the button, it pops out. There wasn't no opening up of anything. That started with Sony. And when Sony came out with that Crash Bandicoot, when you started to realize that your games were going nowhere else, when you got those fighter games, when you got all those Japanese games, they indoctrinated you. They made you stop hating to be an American. And listen, this is facts. They made you hate to be an American. You love being Japanese. But the funny part is, they ain't got no love for you. They ain't got love for you. The only thing that you look, man, when you the whole of the situation, it's like your brother said, he's right. Look at what your brother just said. It's like they want some kind of love. That's what hoes do. Pimps give them false sense of love. So the love that the pimp give them is a false pretense of what real love is about. So the hoe will do anything that they can do to feel love. PlayStation fans do anything to feel love. Whatever Sony gives them, they accept it.
And it's conditional. It's one-sided.
It's one-sided.
It's one-sided.
They have no say-so in nothing.
Yeah.
Look, man, look, this is real.
And this is something that's been going on over the years. This isn't something that just happened, that just started to take place. It's something that just for whatever reason, they just don't factor in what their fan base wants. They
don't give a shit. They don't care.
They'll tell you up and down that they listen to feedback, but it's not true.
They don't care.
Man,
it's not true.
It's a pimping game, right? Their money has to be flipped in America. So they look at you. Look, they don't even understand that concept, right? The fact that they have to flip their money in America. How does anybody not understand that I gotta pimp you some kind of way? Why you think Samsung TVs will always be high? Because to an American, they gotta get you, so it's gonna cost them more to get you. That's basically what it is. Yeah. You wonder why Sony can't do what Microsoft does, is because their money's got to get flipped. That $70 is eternal. It's not going anywhere. You don't make them no money. You don't make them no money. which you don't bring them value. Because look, when you go and look into their share market, right? You can go right now. Matter of fact, Sensei, somebody pull it up. Pull up Sony's stock market right now. Put it up.
Yeah,
On
I think we just had this conversation. Their market cap's about 120. It's
if you pull it up right now on your
or something.
I'll prove what I'm saying. I'll prove it. Pull it up. I'll prove it to everybody out here that thinks I'm playing around.
You got it on it?
Yeah.
I'm a student of the game. This ain't about. They love to make this kind of talk. The weak do this. Oh man, they just fanboys. Nah, bro, sit your silly end down. All right, check this out. Go to max. Hit max. Okay, people, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna this right here. Look at Sensei.
I love this. Stop, man. It's bad, bro.
You already know where I'm going with this. I hope y'all do. Now get ready for lesson. School lesson 101. Sony. This is Sony's life. Okay, this is the blood flow. And we're going to do Microsoft's after this too, but I want everybody to see this.
Microsoft's
in the beginning, right? Sony created the heavens and the earth. And as you can see, from 1981, they was at the bottom, okay? Starting off with like any company. They're going. It wasn't, stop, go back.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until 1987 that Sony started to kind of take off. And then when you think about it, who was one of their major entities, one of their major top players as to what helped them grow as well? I'll give you one name that everybody knows. He's no longer here anymore. But there was one man called Michael Jackson. The Bad Album. Not Thriller, but the Bad Album. The Bad Album started taking off around those years. And Michael Jackson was signed to Sony.
Yeah.
Prince was signed to Sony. Sony started making a little bit of money. The Walkman was blowing times. Music. Sony wasn't big in video games yet. They was learning how to get into video games back in 85. So keep going. Look, keep going. It's going. Right? They climbing. They doing real good. Keep going. Right there. The 1990, I'll never forget it. The year was 1990. If you didn't have a Walkman, you wasn't cool. Bottom line. And let me tell you something. The Walkman blew up in 79. The Walkman was the big thing back before the 80s. I think it was 79 the Walkman was hit, right? The Walkman was making noise. By this time, man, we had a little bitty Sony cassette. Remember, Sony even had their own cassettes. Sony was big.
Hold on, League. I'm going to put a little pin real fast. Because you're talking about the Walkman. Jamal, if you're out there watching the stream, man, I still want my Walkman that you borrowed me from like 1990, man. I still want that back.
Crazy.
Go ahead, Legal.
It's gone. You never getting it back.
Yeah, borrowed it, never brought it back, man.
Right. If 1990 you didn't have a Walkman, you wasn't considered cool. At least some type of boombox, Sony, anything Sony at that time, anything had to do with music. If you wasn't with Sony, you was a lame. Straight up. That's the way the streets were. I'm talking streets. There's no YouTube.
No
there's
iTunes,
none of this.
None of that.
This is
That's
streets. This when we say the streets. This is what we're talking about. Word of mouth, living experience, living off of experience. Kind of like the locks, right? Living off of experience. So this is about living off of experience. There's no YouTube here. So keep it going. As you see, there's a decline. Now, as you see, there's an uprising because audio is getting involved. Sony and audio, people using Sony's pioneers for car systems. I remember all of this. And Pioneer or Sony. Then as you keep going, keep going. You see right there, 1997. Now, wonder why you see this first big spike in 1997. Because PlayStation is out. Now, notice I said 1997 and everybody's bugging. Legal don't know what he's talking about because it came out in 1995. Exactly. Scooted back in 1995, fam, and look where Sony's at. So right there, you telling me PlayStation was a big deal? PlayStation wasn't a big deal. Not in Japan, didn't do nothing for them because that's where it came out at. So keep moving it. It wasn't a big deal until America, until it got over in the USA and the Americans made it fly. So now Sony knows, oh, we may have something with this console when it goes worldwide, especially in the United States of America. Then look what happens. It goes down. Uh-oh. It fell off the map. We need to make a new console. Watch what happens. This is the greatest era of Sony. This is their story. Shoot me their greatest year, 2000. The year 2000 is Sony's greatest year ever as a company.
What happened in 2000?
2000, PlayStation 2 came out. It was a perfect alignment for Sony. Their media, the Blu-ray, media, internet, the media, exclusives, the media. Think about it.
It all ties back to the media.
Line. Yeah, it was like a total eclipse, right? All the planets lined up, even the moons and stars. Everything lined up perfectly. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event for Sony. Oh, so if it's a perfect alignment, right, and everything's falling suit, well, you know, as the eclipse starts to move away, what happens?
It goes, starts diving.
The biggest tank ever. What happened? In the year of go back a little bit, right there. Now watch this. Who comes in at this point in time?
That's when Xbox comes in, Microsoft.
There's no more Walkman. Walkman fell apart. Boom. Their biggest success story is gone. Dead. And from that day forth, like I've been saying, when everybody didn't believe me back then, when I was in the trenches back then, they've been band-aiding all the rest of these years. Look at the band-aid.
I see it. It goes up and down,
They never got back to that day. Look where they're going. 2000. Look at that. What's that first big dip?
The big one right there, 2003.
2003.
Right there, yeah.
All this time now, but if you look at the articles, because now you got social media. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember when I said the alignment? Sony has people who can talk for them now.
Well, this is the internet age at this point.
Yes,
now we're past the .com era. We're past that. Now we're starting to get to. It's like I don't need to worry about. I mean, I could still get my information from a magazine, but now I could use a magazine, or I could just go online now. I don't have to wait for the magazine issue. I could go and read the blog. I could read the website. I could go now and see. Yeah,
that's it.
.com era blew up.
So you see around 2003, keep it moving, real slow, keep moving. Now, this is the age, this is the big glorious age of journalism, gaming journalisms. And now you got to get
One Up, IGN, Game
Informer. This is them at their height. They wasn't big back then. They didn't come big until after the 2Ks. They were out before that, but never as big as they were, right? So you're talking about, and look, what did they build their empires off of? Lying about Xbox, not giving Xbox the love, not giving Sega the love, but giving PlayStation all the love and glory. So they built their empires off of this, right? Mm-hmm. This is why, when you look it up today, more PlayStation fans are on the internet. Xbox fans ain't on the internet. So this is why you see the YouTubers do this little paddywhack game when they so-called claim to be Xbox representatives, but then, but we got to use Sony. We know why you got to use Sony. Because the main audience of Xbox ain't there. They're not there. So you got to cater to the feelings and in front like you've always been there.
Yep.
Go back, Sensei. Go back, Sensei.
Oh, this is me.
No, that's Logic doing that, brother.
Yeah. Oh no, Logic.
I'm getting the other one queued up.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so now look. You see all of this. And keep moving. I go real slow. In between those dips and dumps, and those heights and dips and slides, all this lying for PlayStation. PlayStation 3 comes, all this line. 120 frames per second. We can do this.
Oh,
we can
4K.
Do
1080, no. 1080p.
1080p.
You're not a gamer unless you. Yeah.
When the line didn't work out, go to that first dip. They caught a loss on all of them.
That dip right there?
Very first dip. The other one. The big one.
The big dip? The big one?
This one.
Right there.
That one?
Right there.
What year is that?
2009. Sony, all the lies finally caught up to Sony. And Sony was like, man, the PlayStation 3 was a disaster. See, this is what they don't see. You're revealing something. See, I don't care what you know in the blogs and on the articles, because they don't ever tell you the truth. The truth is right here, people. This is when Sony made a decision. We have to indoctrinate, and we got to do whatever we got to do by any means necessary. This was a company transformation. This is the birth, the real birth of that systematic BS that you see from Sony right here in 2009. And they knew they had to do something, right? So they recreate the PlayStation 3. They're pushing everything out. They drop it low, and it's selling, right? So you look at it, look, keep moving. It's selling, but it's selling at a loss. And by when that's happening, guess what they're saying? Oh, the PlayStation 3 is catching the Xbox 360. Oh, it's going to catch it. It's going to catch it. But what they're not telling you is, but we're not making no money off this console. We sold it for cheap. That's why it's catching. Get to 2013. Does it look like? Go to that first dip.
right there.
Look, it's telling the truth. Now, here's where Microsoft dropped the ball. 2013, a new generation is about to come out, right? A new generation is here. Does Sony's company look confident right there?
That was old numbers.
Right. Do you think Microsoft is in the business of destroying companies? Nope.
No.
That's a customer to Microsoft. So do you don't think that Microsoft wouldn't do something to try to save Sony? I want y'all to use y'all's minds right here. Microsoft said, man, Sony's at they right at the beginning. Look, they're almost where they were at when they started. Dang, all those years went by, and look at them. They're almost where they started at.
I wonder what Microsoft did. I wonder what Microsoft did.
Yep, we got to do something so that PlayStation can grow, because we need them as a customer. We don't want them to fall away. We need them as a customer. So Microsoft goes ridiculous crazy. We don't even understand what Microsoft does. And as you can see, the media can influence, and the media is selling the PlayStation. And look, as it's going, you don't ever really see. Look, you don't see Sony really doing so well. Look, then it's getting close to the end. Look at that, peaks up. Boom! Look right here. The rock. Look, up. They hit their peak. They hit their peak of the play. Then they drop, boop again, and then look, they're coming up. This is the big boast. This is PlayStation 4 is the greatest console ever. Look. Oh, look, PlayStation 5. Look, PlayStation 4 took them all the way up. But look where they're at.
His PS5. He has a couple of weeks after PS5.
Yep, look where they're at.
And then there.
Right here is critical, because when you see this bigger spike, we definitely know it's not from PlayStation 5, right? It's from all Sony doing a clean house.
Well, now you have to think this is pandemic time.
Yeah,
many businesses and stuff like that. People are home.
Right,
they're online, and you know what I mean.
But notice, Logic, before you get there, what was Sony doing before the pandemic hit? They were selling off everything.
Yeah, they were selling stock. Yeah,
they were closing their shops down. Everything was going. Everything was closed. They were getting over
closing Japan. Japan.
Yeah, they were packing bags. So when you do that, your money's gonna it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. So it's going up. Look, it's going up. Ding. Then look what's starting to happen. Boom. Now, why do you think that's happening? Because Microsoft finally said, you know what? You had plenty of time to get your act.
We're gonna cut you off.
Yep, plenty of time to get your act together. You constantly do malpractice. You constantly getting sued. You constantly doing this. Because I didn't want to talk about 2011 and the biggest gaming hack of history. I didn't even want to go there.
My God. Yeah,
try to be the biggest cover up ever. But you're dropping. You're back to dropping again. And now, because they can't Band-Aid no more, they don't have Sean Layden. He's the greatest Band-Aider they ever had. He was the greatest first aid kit guy that they ever had. He knew how to band-aid some stuff up, man. Wrap some stuff up. Go to Microsoft. I love this, Lodge. Go to Microsoft. Look at Microsoft, baby.
I mean, we know what they started out as, obviously. People
at the bottom in a garage.
In a garage. Yes, in a garage.
Dead in a garage.
Yep.
Look at this. Flatline all the way. Look at this. Look, Mark. All the way, man.
I make software. In
1995, Windows. Look, keep going. You're going to see it. Look at that. Look at that little sir. Bam. Look. Windows is created and Microsoft starts to take off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at their biggest year. Look at their biggest year as a company. Keep going. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit right there. Now look at that. Tells a story. The year is almost 2000. Excuse me. Xbox is on the rise. Look.
Xbox isn't out yet.
So, right. It's on the rise. It's in their thought.
Right?
Oh,
yeah. No, they're working on it. Oh, yeah. No, 2 years before. No shot. Yeah, they were working on it right here. Absolutely.
Now, here's a mystery. When was Microsoft created? Was it created? I mean, not Microsoft. Was Xbox created at their bottom? Or was Xbox created at their very first peak of success?
At that peak, because they were looking to branch out at that point. They didn't just want to be a software company anymore, and they didn't want to. I mean, granted, they were all over the world at this point. We were talking about infrastructure. They had infrastructure deals in India. They had, like, as a software company, like, you know, Microsoft Word. They have deals with government contracts. Right. Like, this is like, you know what I mean? They're global at this point, but then it's like, okay, what else can we be? Oh, we could be in entertainment. Like, we could actually do video games. We could be like these other people. Oh, and we have some market cap. Okay, let's do it.
Pyro.
Oh,
yeah, but you're right.
Pyro he got a story for 2014.
Look. In the first rise of Microsoft, Xbox is created. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So this notion that Xbox was created, because Microsoft was
to compete
right. Xbox got created
to stay relevant.
You get
that's the misconception.
See what I'm saying? This is why we have this. That's why we got channels like this, Sensei. You see what I'm saying, Sensei? Truth over feelings, fam. You exactly right. Now keep it going. Look, Xbox is flatlining. Everything. When I say Xbox, I'm talking about everything that Microsoft does. Windows, everything. Look, they're back down. They're coasting. They're coasting. They're not really dipping back down as bad, but they're coasting. They're coming with all these ideas. They're trying to make things work out.
We're around the 360 era.
360 era. They're moving. You know, it's up and down a little bit, up and down. But now watch this. Watch their biggest dip. Boom. Now, 2009. Look, I want y'all to do y'all not see this.
This is the financial crisis. This was October 2008. That was Wall Street. That was Occupy Wall Street. That was all of that. That was the recession, I should say.
The recession.
It was great. Great recession.
Now watch this.
All of that, and then coming out of that, and here's the
facts logic. Notice 2009, same thing for Sony, right?
Yeah.
This was the year of the change. So what did Microsoft decide to do? We're going to get Windows to be our thing. We're going to go cloud. We're going to start working on cloud. We're going to start doing this. We're going to start doing that.
Azure.
Change their aspect.
Yeah. Azure cloud.
That's right. Look what happened. Look what's going on. Boom, boom. Look at
now we're about to be. We're here. Here it is.
Right. This is Xbox One.
Xbox
All
One.
of that's in 2000.
Illegal. When was it that Microsoft let Sony have Azure to help their infrastructure?
Wasn't that 2019?
2019, okay.
And let's get that straight before we move on. Microsoft did that with Sony because Sony was having problems with their gaming at night in Japan. In the daytime, it'd be fine. But as it got towards the dark time, their servers would be messing up
because everybody got home from work. We understand, like the Japanese people, they were business, they were at work. They were, they're about they're about their work and stuff like that. And then they're about their play when they get home for the limited amount of time. But then you have all those people online at the same time. So what do you do? What do you do with that infrastructure? You
couldn't hold up. So Azure, you can buy a piece of Azure. You can rent it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Phil Spencer said, hey, we don't want to keep this exclusive of us. If somebody wants a piece of Azure, we'll sell it to you. We're in the business of making other businesses better. We're not stingy.
Yeah.
So that's why you saw that partnership, because Sony couldn't hold up. That's another knock on Sony. That's another knock. These are facts, truth over feelings.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a console war. This is truth over feelings. And the whole time, look at Microsoft going. This is including Xbox One. Do you see Xbox One hurt Microsoft?
No.
At all.
Not at all. It's going up and up.
At all. Look,
but we're also talking about now we're starting to get into live services. Like, remember, because this all this time too, they have subscription services now, not just in the commercial space, but also too in the consumer space. Xbox Live has been a thing since 2004. They've had all of this knowledge. They've had all of these resources as well too. They're now just increasing their market cap, and it's getting higher. And they have a bankroll. And let's acquire some companies, and let's continue to build some new shit. And let's keep it going. Okay, we get a little dip over here. It's a little pullback. December 21st, 2018.
Game Pass gets created.
Game Pass.
Yeah, we have a little dip because
that's
now,
up over here. Yeah, that's right here.
Yep, we have a little dip because now, the Xbox One, all these stuff is wearing out, it's getting towards the end. We're getting to hear about the next generation. People are kind of, settled in their ways. And look, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Look, man.
Here's new content. It's
right. Go back a month. So
right
look, there. the Xbox Series X and S are created while Microsoft is taking off. So it's in that dimension. And look, it's never stopped. Look,
it's just climbing.
You don't even see a dip nowhere.
Only pullback right here. This is literally when all the closures happened. It was March 20th. Yeah. That's just normal. Every chart's going to show a pullback here. March 20th. That's everything shutting down. But then it's back up. Why? Because Teams. Because Microsoft Teams. Because I need to be able to work at home. And now I'm home all the time. What do? I make a service that basically enhances it's Skype, but it's Skype on crack, basically, for all my businesses and my schools. And then I have government contracts again, and I have public schools that I need to go and provide devices for, and all of this stuff.
The VR lenses they sold to the military,
HoloLens, everything, and this is all in there. And then now I'm worth $2 trillion.
An American company.
As a company.
Okay, so we're doing good over here. And then you wonder why the acquisitions are bought.
And Xbox was never their primary concern or their primary moneymaker. It's always been in the background, but yet they don't treat it like it's a redheaded stepchild.
Exactly.
They don't think of it as a redheaded stepchild. They're like, no, we want to make it better. How do we make it better? Let's keep on making Game Pass.
Well, that's what Phil did. Phil walked into the office and asked straight up, what are we doing with the Xbox division? Are we going to go all in, or are we just going to go ahead and just let it fall off? What are we doing here? He sold the whole company on, let's make Xbox the gaming division side of it. Let's make that lucrative. We're going to support it all the way through. Whatever ideas you got, bring it to the forefront. Phil and team, Aaron Greenberg and all the more, they decided, let's get this out there, man. What feedback can we get from gamers? What do they want? What do they need? Remember, we've been getting hit for 7 years in their head. Bomb, bomb. No exclusive. Xbox got no games. You guys got nothing or no quality, nothing. You ain't got no God of War. You ain't got none of these games.
Last Halo was what, 2014?
2014, I believe it was.
Or 15 or 2015 or something like that. So and then
it's like getting in the head, and here's Phil going, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? We want cloud gaming. We want exclusive. We want games. Yeah. We want quality and value. Not just quality, but we want value as well. Game Pass is born in 2017. 2017 Game Pass gets born. Look where it's at in the short, 4 years? Yeah. 4 years, 20 plus million subscribers, only getting bigger and better.
So you proved the point that Game Pass is old news. So why you got donkeys out here still crying over Game Pass when Game Pass been out since 2000?
It's a rental service, legal.
And it's a rental service. It's revolutionized the entire industry at this point. There is no other. The only reason why you have other companies that are trying to do subscription services, i.e., it started with Origin Access. It started with things like, how about Uplay from their Uplay services on PC as well too. You have all of these services that are trying to basically.
Cable was the original.
And it's not like Microsoft had the original idea. Like, I remember GameFly.
That's right.
Game Cable, GameFly. I was ready. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It was out there. Exactly.
But now you could do it to this type of extent, where you could have this much content on a system for that type of price, and we already know that price too. Hopefully, it doesn't change anytime soon. But we already know that because of the value, because of what's being added there, it's a good possibility that price will be going up. But if you keep delivering, and you give us these first-party games, and you give us all of this value, because that's all it is. All Game Pass is at this point is nonstop value as a gamer.
Yeah.
How could you complain?
Like I don't look. Listen, we're gonna we beat this dead horse over and over again. But this whole thing about rental service, this whole thing about there's no games in Game Pass.
I'm over it.
Bill went into your fucking dungeon and took MLB The Show and said, you know, we're gonna bring that shit right over here, and we're gonna play that nice and neat right over here with no dime spent, with no dime spent to your pocket. When you're ready to purchase it, and we know you will. The moment you're ready to purchase it, we'll give you a nice little discount. That's what Game Pass is about. It's about trying out things you haven't tried before. It's about playing the games that Xbox has no games. It's about all that. It's about trying new things. It's about expanding. It's about playing with people. It's about experiencing fun, which is what gaming is. It's service and it's value, and that's what Phil is bringing to the forefront. I don't know how you hate on that. How do you hate on that?
Microsoft didn't have a baseball game for 8 fucking years. Can we talk about that? I sound upset about it. I sound pissed about it. For 8 fucking years, we didn't have a baseball game.
Look what we did. We hung in there.
MLB scratching their head like, wait a second, there's only one company that's actually making this game, and they're making it only for one system. Like, it's being like gated at this point. Like, okay, well, can you guys make it for the Xbox? And they're like, okay, how about this? You make it for the Xbox, or you no longer have those licensees anymore. How about that? How about we just do that?
Because logic, what was happening? The dip started happening.
They see that, and they also see that they're missing out on money because you're not going to tell the MLB that you can't fucking make more money.
A global
sport all over the place, and you're going to tell me that you only offer it on one platform?
Right. Okay, because look, the worst thing that Sony fans have ever exposed themselves on is complacency. They're fixated that everything has to be an exclusive, so they sit back. And they don't understand that when something is exclusive, that's not the time to sit back. That's the time to go out and burn every last penny on it.
It's foot on the pedal. Foot on the pedal.
Right, because if you want it to stay there, you have to dump the money in. You have to. Look, Ratchet and Clank don't even make that much for them. The reason why, that's why Sony bought Insomniac. It was getting crucial. Insomniac developers were already splitting up. Look, and here's a little secret. Every Insomniac developer is not working for Sony. Microsoft has a couple of them too.
Legal. Did we forget when Insomniac was struggling to get people to fund them on games? Sunset Overdrive was being pitched around. Nobody wanted to take a chance on that. And here comes Microsoft, Xbox saying, you know what, we'll do it. We'll publish it for you guys. Put it in our system. We got you. Insomniac was that one group that kept saying, we don't want to go with a big company. We don't want to be part of a big company. We want to stay independent, but we need your help. Microsoft, Xbox reached out and said, here you go. We'll help you with this. Sunset Overdrive came about. Then all of a sudden, here comes Sony. They saw greatness, and they went and swooped in and here's money. You're gonna develop for us from this point forward. That we forget about the history of how Insomniac was. Insomniac was going to be nothing because they were starting to dip and they were starting to break up, and they were not. The games were not what people wanted to play for them. And Xbox took a chance on them.
Who was the key factor that turned Insomniac into actors? I want to pick y'all's minds. Who was the key factor that turned Insomniac into actors? What was the one thing that made the turnaround from Insomniac? It wasn't Sony.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, y'all do when I tell y'all gonna say that's right. Y'all remember this thing called Who turned Insomniac into actors? Disney did.
Yeah.
The because remember, MCU was having a thing with Sony with Spider-Man in the first place.
Yeah.
The turnaround started with Civil War. Remember, fans demanded Sony to put Spider-Man in the Civil War, or they weren't even going to support Sony.
They caught so much grief, and that
they almost on that.
Yeah.
And when Sony played their movie power, I want everybody to understand this.
They still got the better end of that deal too. Marvel's taking a fucking hit on that. Let's not get that shit stupid. Not that Disney actually needs the help at this point, but on that deal that we got Spider-Man in the next on that deal specifically, Sony's eating. Sony should count their lucky fucking blessings, because Venom and Venom 2 with Carnage and stuff like that, as great as people might think that they are, that's not what's saving your ass at this point.
Let me tell you what's stopping. That's right. Look.
Sorry.
All the Spider-Man games, the trilogy, all failed. How do you make a trilogy and all 3 of them don't even equal up to $1 billion? Imagine that. You would think that, okay, I put out 3 movies, I sold $1 billion. Here's Marvel putting out 1 movie and it sells $1 billion. What was it? The Black Panther sold what? $2 billion?
Yeah.
$2 billion.
On an IP that not a lot of people knew. And the comics, you have to be a comic book head to really know about Black Panther. You had to be, at that point. But the way how he was introduced, I know we're getting off a little bit on a tangent, but it's still all connected at the end of the day. Because we're talking about
understand this.
How these companies operate on a global scale, and then how they operate even with each other, and then you see the deals and stuff that they make, but yet where's the fruition of the fruit of the deals that they're making still doesn't come back to their consumers. It doesn't come back to help out the people who are actually supporting them at the end of the day. And that's why 9 months into it, and I'm going to hammer this fucking point home too, at least 9 months into it, you still don't have expandable memory in your PlayStation 5.
Man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna like a dead fucking horse. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna like a dead horse.
Sony is all about exclusive
until they do it
for them, man.
They get that. Until they do it.
They're all about exclusive. That's theirs. Let them have that. No expandability.
And you know what? When because he's right. Sony and Marvel been fighting this thing was Spider-Man from the jump.
Yeah.
But what happened was Marvel was being so successful with the Avengers and every other individual character they put out that when they would look at Spider-Man, they would be like, now how is it that here's the face of Marvel and this guy can't sell? Well, it's because now I want y'all to hear me clear. When you got a company like Sony, where they got a pimp mentality, they don't care about Spider-Man's legacy.
Nope.
No.
They don't care about Peter Parker's story. And you wonder why every single damn movie Spider-Man ever came out with was the same damn original. He gets bit by the spider and he learns how to become. Dude, we know that. Mm-hmm. We didn't need 3 Spider-Man movies with that same origin story. But the reason why they did it, because that's all they know. Sony wasn't reading Spider-Man comic books. It wasn't.
Sony don't give a shit about the history.
The culture.
They don't care about the culture. They don't care about
the only thing I could give them flowers for is Into the Spider-Verse, because that might be the best animated movie ever made. That team right there, that in itself, that literally needs to be put in like a time capsule in a bubble and preserved forever. Like when they talk about sending shit out to like aliens and stuff, and like, oh, here's the 1970 CD, like come together, like let's send the Beatles out there and let's send a fucking DVD of that or a Blu-ray of Into the Spider-Verse out there too, because it's one of the greatest animated films you will ever see. And honestly, I have to give him flowers for that. I did.
You know what, Logic? I went to go see that movie. I took my god brother from Austin, Texas, came all the way up here and we went to go see it. But check this out. And I'm not even trying to throw shade on that parade. But when I say this, I'm saying this because I'm a Black American, right?
Mm.
And what other people can't see, we see clearly. I'll give this to Sony. It took a lot of Black influence on that animation because there was things in there that had a lot to do with some of the things that went on with Blacks as a culture.
Mm.
We have uncles like that, okay?
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Miles Morales was he was interracial, right?
Yeah.
So, but what I want y'all to understand is this. Even Miles Morales got pimped, sadly to say. Because let me give y'all a straight up truth on this. All right, y'all ready? And y'all can throw the darts at the new legal because I'm good with it. I have a 45 force field anyway because it's truth over feelings when it comes to me. I'm not too stupid to not know why Miles Morales even came about. I'm quite aware why Miles Morales came about. Because Black Panther was such a success. The influence of the Black Panther is what brought Miles Morales to be. Nobody was collecting Miles Morales comic books. He was always at the bottom. Peter Parker remained supreme. Why we know this? Because when Miles Morales was shown, when it was shown that it was going to be about Miles Morales, there was an uproar about it.
There was an uproar. There was.
So people realized how great it was. They gave it a chance. But off the fact that he was black, they didn't want no parts of it. And Microsoft fans, y'all ain't safe on that. It's the same thing that happened with Locke. The same thing that happened with Locke. It wasn't about, oh, we wanted to play more Master Chief.
Nah. You didn't like that you had a black person as a protagonist.
You didn't play Master Chief. You had to play the Arbiter.
Yeah.
You had to play the Arbiter. You didn't play Master Chief that whole game. So a lot of that is just human beings. And we know that because that's in our culture. We understand that type of that hatred that pops up. That's why it's gonna get real. We ain't never cared about no pride, anything. We ain't never cared about no be proud about anything. Not us. The only thing we ever cared about was respect. The black culture always just wanted respect. We don't walk around. Notice, if black people today, and we ain't even getting our point, this is true. If black people today threw up some Black Panther flags, threw up the black, yellow, and red flag, and started walking around flagging all day long, United States of America will get shook. Everybody gets scared. What's about to happen? Black people looking for revolution. It's Liberation Day. Oh, what's going on?
Legal, you remember when Black Panther came out? Everything was Wakanda for everything. You couldn't walk around the block and everybody. What the fuck is Wakanda?
Facts.
Because like the people that weren't initiated like didn't realize
people believing Wakanda was a real place.
You know why the Black Panther was a real movie? Because not only did you have a genius in Chadwick, right?
Yeah.
You had a genius.
Rest in peace, by the way.
That's right.
Rest in peace.
But you also had an up and comer genius in Michael B. Jordan. You had two. Look, never before. Can you imagine having Denzel Washington? You can't even in his day. You can't even put Denzel Washington next to another black actor at his level. Who was it? Who you gonna put? There's nobody. So
Morgan Freeman, maybe
his whole career, he had to hold up that torch on his own.
Yeah,
there wasn't another one. That was the very first black movie, and it had to be a comic book character, right? But they saw something. They was like, look, we'll use this black character, but we'll put a message out that'll resonate around the world about issues with black people. It's time for us to put a movie out that shows black intelligence, true black power, a mindset issue. Remember, because Killmonger had the mindset issue, right? Mm-hmm. Heritage. You know, Black Panther had lost his father. That's a problem. Neighborhoods and self-worth.
All in a positive light. The
Black Panther didn't have no special powers. He didn't need special powers to be powerful. He used his what? His diplomatic immunity, right? He used his what? Vibranium influence to the world, right? Where his dad, the grandpa didn't believe in that. He was like, we need to keep this resource to ourselves. The old mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But the father was breaking away from that. He was going around talking to the governments. And remember, it was the government. It was actually Claw, but right, that ended up killing his daddy, which brought hatred in the original book. T'Challa had hatred, so he was hiding it too. Remember, he was hiding it too, and it wasn't until he met his long lost cousin where he saw a deeper side of himself. See, Killmonger really is a deeper side of the Black Panther. It's really how he wants to be. But he knows he's holding that office, that he can't act that way.
It's internalized.
Right.
It's internalized,
Right. So he had to fight. Really fighting Killmonger was like a mirror match.
Yeah.
And when he wouldn't surrender, remember, I'd rather die than to play this bondage type role. That resonated to millions of blacks, bro. We understood that.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when you saw the Black Panther coming back to America, there's a message in that, because Black Americans, we're the race of no flag. We're the only race that don't have a flag, but we have a deep heritage. Yeah.
Culture.
Nobody comes to get us. Nobody. So when you saw the Black Panther in America, and he says, we're going to start building right here from this neighborhood out, but we start here in this neighborhood. That was a message to all of us, that the real buildings, the real beginnings of change starts right where you're at, not going far off, trying, because it's easy to do that. When you got money, let me go to London and give to, let me go to Paris so I can get a claim. But nobody wants to take it to the slum and actually makes a change there. Nobody ever wants to. So poverty is always poverty. Things are always like they are. So to flip that into gaming, it's the same thing your brother and you say about the YouTubers. The YouTubers aren't willing to give back down here. Oh no, it's too much at stake.
No, I can't lose my subs. I can't lose my likes and my retweets.
I can't lose my subs for the truth. I can't lose my handout, because me talking true will cost me that review game. And see, Sony knows these things. They know, because they understand how to feed people, how to chitter-chatter with people, how to manipulate. They know. We saw it with Epic. Excuse me, look at Epic and Sony.
Yeah, the crossplay.
Look!
That's embarrassing.
And you wonder why Jim Ryan was like, oh, we don't want crossplay. Well, we know why now.
Well, a few years ago, they were on stage kumbayaing about it. Like all three of them holding their hand, like Nintendo,
everybody holding hands together, like, oh, we're unified.
Yeah, we're unified, and all of a sudden now they charging for who the fuck does that?
As long as we're unified, as long as the price is right.
That's it.
As long as the price is right. And now there's articles about we're all about crossplay. No, you're not, man. You're not. You're all about Paygate. You put everything behind a paywall, man. You're not about your gamers. You're just not.
You can't make a movie with Venom and it's not rated R. Venom is a killing machine.
Yep.
Killing machine. You got Venom out here telling jokes all through his movies. That's not Venom. You got Carnage. Carnage ain't rated R. Get out of here. You trying to play safe, but you're
Carnage is worse than Venom.
That ain't PG. That are not PG.
Carnage is worse than Venom.
Morbius. Come on, man. Yeah. Like the brother said, you had to be reading them comic books to know Morbius. Morbius ain't a popular villain character for Spider-Man. Nobody talks about Morbius. The vampire? Come on.
Who?
Sony, you in a bad predicament. Who? Now, the Spider-Verse played to their advantage because it was an animated movie. It played to their advantage, and they did it great. I'm not gonna lie, they did it great. I love that movie. I'm with him on that. One of the best. It ain't sad, but it's funny. That's the best movie they ever made.
Sony?
I think so.
Comic book movie they ever made was Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It was an animated film. Look at that.
It was animated. That's facts.
It deserved every fucking award that it got. And then some.
Not knocking them. So to understand the donkey mindset, that's what it is. It's not a human being. When I say donkeys, that ain't even a gamer. It's all here. It's that mindset of being a jackass. Being a mule. What the mules do? They go wherever they see the carrot or wherever they get tugged. That's right.
Wherever it's dangled.
Wherever they get tugged. And you guys go wherever you get tugged to see the carrots. And that's the problem with y'all.
And it's conditioning. And it's also being conditioned. Like you were being groomed to be this way. You were groomed to just expect the status quo and nothing else, and to not expect more. So when they show you a trailer and when you just get the Omega symbol with the runes and then they tell you coming,
they lost their minds
whatever, it's like, oh my God, that's it.
Those are logo hypers.
They lost their minds on that. Remember, they lost their minds on your brother's crack killing me, bro. Remember, it's just facts. Logic. They lost their minds on the PlayStation 5 emblem. And it was no different. Just put it out there.
Yes,
You remember that? Lost her mind. Some
Yeah,
of them
put
were
it-
crying. Sensei.
Mhm.
There's footage of them crying.
Like if they were at a Michael
Can I
Jackson
tell you
concert.
something is weird over there? Something's weird over there.
Yeah.
They was crying. I was like,
over a PS5
cries
review.
over
And I'm not
Lego.
and I'm not saying that there aren't outliers in any type of community, because you'll find if somebody's a fan or fanatic, you will
Yeah.
find those fans and they will be passionate about certain things and stuff like that. I guarantee that. But to that extent, it's like
It's crazy.
and these companies don't owe you anything, and yet
No.
you're really to just throw yourself out there. Like
You-
it's okay to be passionate about what you support, but at some point, shouldn't you expect them to care about you?
yeah.
And shouldn't you expect them to do good for you and not just be about the monetary value?
But this
You know,
is why
how much money you have in your wallet?
This is why I appreciate Xbox and what they've been doing. It's like they're all about that customer service, that all customer friendly, the value, the like just all that, and they're still listening, and they're out there being social. They're out there talking to you and me. They're out there going on podcasting and putting, like, after an E3 show and an extended E3 show, they went back on a couple of podcasts just to talk even more. Like, what executive have you seen do that? At the end of the day, they clock out, they go home, they're done. They get on their jet and they move on. They can care less about the community. Not this guy. These guys are out there like just in your face, and you know Xbox is here and Xbox is not going nowhere.
Can we just quickly talk about this? Like, honestly, right here, just Microsoft Awards. Just
the rewards.
Just 5 minutes since we're here and we want to just 5 minutes value. Listen, real quick. If you're on Xbox and you're not logging into the fucking to the app, I'm telling you, there's something wrong, dude. It's simple. You go on, you download the app, you get Game Pass. It's literally, I don't know if you could even see it at this point because I have. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I get it, because the weekly.
Get on that, man.
The quest.
Gotta get on that, man.
Yo, listen, reward points, like you don't pay for Game Pass at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not paying a Game Pass. If you're buying all those reward points that you're earning, man, put it towards gift cards, put it towards whatever you want, because you have those options at this point. But if you're a gamer and you want to just continue your gaming and you don't want to have to worry about spending extra money when you don't have to, by you just gaming and doing a couple of things, going online to the Bing web browser, linking your account, your Xbox account, and doing a couple of searches every day. Get your reward points. Seriously.
Just hitting it.
Just sign in.
Come on.
You can't miss. Look, it just click and you're there.
And
you get points for logging in.
I get a point for that.
You get it on Xbox. It comes up. You got points for just logging into your Game Pass. Look, it just happened right now. You logged in. Like, it happened, guys. Guys, if you're on this Xbox vibe and you're not doing rewards, you're not doing this right, man. I'm telling you, my Game Pass Ultimate has been paid up till September, October. Like, because of reward. I have not paid out of my pocket to pay for Game Pass Ultimate since last year. Like, this is how it works. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty sure most of you do. I'm very active on that. I purchased what game was that? For $4, I purchased. Oh shit! What game was that? Biomutant. For $4, I purchased Biomutant. $4. Like, it's insane how that value of reward. This is all Xbox is doing. They don't just want you to game. They don't want you to here's $60 game. Do what you do. They want you to go ahead. They promote their game, their gaming so much that they go ahead and say here's points, man. Take them.
Yeah.
Take them and then switch them out for gift cards. And get some game or Game Pass, whatever you want. But that's what Xbox does. They're about the community. I don't see that.
If you got causes that you want to go and support and stuff, when you earn points just from playing games, you can literally go right onto the app, or log in with your account through Xbox and through Microsoft Rewards and donate that and go find a cause that you support, whether it be like any type of cancer foundation, anything like that. Go find a cause you support and go, and you could put your reward points to actual dollar amounts that Microsoft will substitute and donate to those causes. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't have to be for just all around. It's like, and it costs nothing extra to you as the consumer, as the gamer. Nothing. It's things that you're earning anyway just by playing the games and just by using your devices, basically. So yeah, that's all. I just needed. I knew about it. I wish I've been doing it even as a PC gamer. I wish I've been utilizing these rewards, because when I finally got back on Xbox, I would have had thousands of points. Honestly, I would have been in such a better position. Like realistically, Battlefield would have been paid off. I would have had Mass Effect Legendary Edition already downloaded. Like, there's so many things that I probably could have already had.
That's what
as
it
a
was.
jumpstart.
It was Mass Effect. It was
Mass
Mass
Effect,
Effect.
yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
Like, you know, my brother's on the kick too, where he's like, he buys the game 6,000 points, does the punch card, and then he's trying to save up right now to go and do for the next Battlefield and stuff like that. Because if you know you're gonna get that edition anyway, the $110 edition, yeah, you get the discount with Game Pass Ultimate, but why not also then use some of your reward points and get it as cheap as you can?
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
and Matt saying in the chat, you're right, Matt. And I've been advocating this for quite some time. I've been trying to tag Aaron Greenberg and then everything. He's been talking about it, but the rewards is not available in every part of the planet, and that's unfortunate. I wish it was, but whenever I have an opportunity to tweet this out and I'm talking about it, I try to tag Aaron Greenberg and them out there just so they can see that the community wants this. It's something that it's I don't know the logistics of it, but you know, to get it in different countries, part of the world is a good thing. That'd be a win for everybody. If you want to look at it that way. But yeah, man, rewards is something that I don't know if you guys have access to it, you should be using it, man.
For sure.
You're losing out on so much by not using it. On so much. Just crazy stuff.
What do you want to jump to, Kills?
Well, hey, it's open mic, man. So I think you said you wanted to talk about something. I'm not sure you did, but I know I do.
Who?
Me.
You want to talk about something?
I got we got a few minutes left. I want to jump on something where like what's on my mind.
Floor is yours.
Go ahead, bro. What's
on my mind? So, Sensei's thoughts. No, man. I've hit this on. I've said this before in past podcasting and even in my Twitter world, where I don't understand this whole notion that we have to kumbaya everything when it comes to you have to have all the consoles in the world to have fun. This thing about fear of missing out. It's only when you feel like you're missing out on something. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything when it comes to any other console but the Xbox. So respect when I put something on my timeline about Xbox and nothing about nothing else but just the Xbox part of it and how great my Xbox is, like right behind me. I expect either you congratulate it or keep it moving. I don't expect for this whole thing about wow, you don't have another console, you're missing out. You're a fanboy because you don't have another console. No such thing. These are people I call casuals. These are neutrals. You know, these are the neutral gamers. I have a big problem with that because I get hit up, and I'm still getting hit up on DMs and private messages and all that stuff from more neutrals than I do from actual ponies. Like actual people that actually are fanboys of Sony. Like I don't get hit up by them. I don't get told shit by them. But when it comes to neutrals, they're in my chats. They're talking the DMs. What's your problem? You hate Sony so much. I don't understand this whole thing about let's kumbaya and hug it out. I'm not that guy. I'm about the Xbox. I'm about the Xbox that took up the Xbox. I'm a gamer. If I felt like Ratchet and Clank was for me, I'd be out there playing Ratchet and Clank, but it's not. It's just not. If I felt like Returnal was for me, I'd be out there playing Returnal too. It's just not. By the way, I platinum both of them on YouTube. Great. If you guys want to get a channel link that I got there, you guys could watch those two gameplays on YouTube and plan it yourself. But I don't need those games in my life. I don't. There's no fear of missing out when it's something I don't want to play.
Facts.
So when I talk Xbox on my channel, I talk Xbox on my channel. I'm not gonna sit here and reach across the aisle, you know, and say, hey, come join me on this and we'll have a kumbaya moment because I love the PlayStation as well. Or I love what you're playing over there. I don't bother you over there. Don't bother me on mine. If you can't congratulate, I say keep it moving. That's what's on my mind. Those are my thoughts for today on a Sunday, and I'll leave it at that. But you know what? I got my head on backwards. Get the fuck off my timeline. I don't want to hear it. Get off. If it's not about Xbox, you're not congratulating me. Get off. Just get off. I don't want to hear it.
You know what? You got a point, man, because this is what cracks me up about them. If you have multiple consoles, how can you ever be mad about somebody talking about one of your consoles?
Mind blown.
This is
mind blown.
This is why a lot of you clowns have always been funny to me. Like, I already understand that language. I already understand that front and future. The problem is the fact that you don't like Microsoft gaming brand to be positive with anything. You rather front on your neutrality, right? By saying you have all these multiple consoles. They're all great. Well, okay. Well, I never didn't say one wasn't. I just said Xbox was great for doing this. So why did you come with all the other ones? Why did you bring the other ones to this conversation when I never brought the other ones up? So that shows an insecurity.
Yeah.
But how do you have an insecurity if you have all the consoles? And if you have all the consoles, you should have all the games. If anything, you should be showing me what it looks like and how much fun you're having playing all these games. Don't pick and choose what's popular. Look, I understand. Oh, let's play Ratchet and Clank. But I'm representing Xbox, but I'm going to play Ratchet and Clank. Well, yeah, because Ratchet and Clank gives the press for your YouTube channel. So that's too easy to front on. Where were you clowns at when Returnal was out, giving people a hard time? Where were you co-captains at saying, oh, we got you because we represent gaming and we're neutrals. We're going to get on Returnal and show y'all how to do it. Y'all wouldn't know where to be found. Because like my man Sensei Kill said, y'all casuals. And casuals can never represent the gaming culture as a whole. You can never represent it because you're at the lower racket. You can't represent it right. So you're going to always find methods. Where were you guys at when what was it called? The Order of 1886.
Oh my God.
Where were you guys at? Where were you guys at Until Dawn? Where were you? You went with Horizon Zero Dawn because it was too easy to be played. It's a simple play style. Well, you was there for Uncharted 4, simple play style. But those, where were you at? Where are you at on Gran Turismo? We don't see you representing the oldest franchise on PlayStation. You're not representing it. So you're gonna tell us, well, I play what I want to play. Well, cool. But just understand, you don't even look like a PlayStation player. You're picking and choosing games that the culture of PlayStation fans don't even trip out on. Let me tell you what they trip out on. Final Fantasy. I don't see none of them playing. Look, they'll go run the Ratchet and Clank, but they ain't running to go to Final Fantasy.
It's too difficult.
You see what I'm saying? If my thing is this, you're so-called, well, I'm for gaming, but you can't even represent it right. Just be quiet, man. You know?
You hit it at the nose. I don't get that if you're telling me you're neutral and I'm posting something positive about what I like, my preference, my lean. Why are you coming out and correcting me, trying to correct me? Why are you coming out and why are you upset that I'm talking about?
That's the whole point of being a neutral. You're happy all the time. Nothing.
I call them out. I call them out all the time, and every time I call them out, guess what I get? I lose some followers. Well, guess what? Then you were never a neutral in the first place. Bye. Keep it going. Keep it moving.
They were just checking you out. They just wanted to feel you, man.
Of course.
That's all it was. Yeah. But see, like I've always told them, you'll never be confused about the new legal. I'm not a person of confusion. I make it simple. You see the symbol here. You see the symbol here. You see it spelled out for you right here. There's no, oh, today I'm playing let's say Yakuza on my Xbox. And then tomorrow I'm showing you I'm playing Yakuza on my PlayStation.
On a PlayStation.
Like, just so, and the only reason I'm doing this, that's that Sony pimping mode, right? The only reason I'm doing that is to tamper with your feelings. Yeah. Because I know if I only show Yakuza on Xbox, you're going to have a problem with it. And you might stop following me. But if you're a real gamer, it shouldn't matter what I'm gaming at. You're not clapping because I'm playing on an Xbox console. You're clapping because I'm simply gaming.
I'm gaming. Yeah.
I'm gaming.
Feelings.
That's what you're happy about. Yeah. And that's all I've ever told people. I said, look, man, wherever you at, I want to see Nintendo fans on Twitter get brave enough to show me how they're beating Mario World. That new Mario World, show me something. Just, I don't care. Show me that you're breaking blocks. I want to see you jump and reach the flagpole. Just show me your gaming because I'm like, yo, that dude's over there wilding. Look at him. He did a quadruple jump on the turtles' heads. I mean, show me something. Show me you Kirby, you're swallowing somebody. If you're on PlayStation, show us how many times you die on Returnal. Show it. Mm-hmm. Don't be ashamed because I'm going to say, at least you're gaming. Yeah. It's not that, oh, he's on a PlayStation, so I'm not watching him. He's gaming. I'm celebrating gaming.
Oh,
Yo,
I
you think
celebrate
I'm
gaming.
getting,
At the end of the day,
yo,
I celebrate gaming. Period. At the end of the day, we celebrate gaming.
I love MLB The Show. I love it. You think I'm getting upset when I'm watching every fucking streamer, a content creator playing that on a PS5? I just caught one of the guys that I follow. He's a Canadian guy. Really funny too. He doesn't get a lot of views on YouTube, a couple of thousand a hit and stuff, but
Of
his
course he
videos are
does.
like his videos are great though. He's like
He's
funny
not
content, Blue Jays
propaganda.
fan, and but he's playing and he made this funny content. He was like, yo, you got it because something happened in the game. He fucked up, like he fucked up on a hit, right? And he's holding the PS5 controller like he's about to fling it like a boomerang. And he goes, "Listen, guys, if you have PS5s and you have this DualSense control, let me tell you, you got to be careful. If you tap this thing the wrong way, he goes, the thumbsticks will fly out." Like that's
What?
like a real like he basically made it a point where like he said,
Wow.
do not drop this controller because they are one of the most finny. Like, and this is a person that's been playing MLB The Show and trying to make content on it for years. So he's been on PlayStation for years. That's his space, right? And he's making content. He said the DualShock 4 controller you could have put in a fucking oven and cooked it and it still work. He says the PS5 controller, you just little tap or something like that. He goes, the analog sticks just go running, just go flying away. He said
Crazy.
and that's just, and he could have been making a joke, but he was basically all just trying to convey to the people that were watching the video that just be careful with the controller because it's very fragile.
Logic is right, man. That's crazy. You know, it's never been about the PlayStation. Like,
but I'm not hating him because he's got PlayStation. Like I'm watching his content. I'm a fucking Xbox user, but I don't get. But I'm not mad because he's not playing on Xbox. He's playing on what he enjoys to fucking play on. I'm not gonna be like, how dare you use a PS5?
Right, makes no sense.
We don't go.
Who the fuck am I at that point? Who are you to tell somebody how they should be gaming, what they should be spending their money on, and what is or isn't valuable to them?
Facts. Now you know now. Out of respect to Logic, right? And Sensei, they the brothers. Like I say, they the brothers. When I say the brothers, y'all gonna know who these guys are, all right? Ain't gonna be no confusion. These dudes, and it's beautiful, man, because I never had a brother where I grow up with and can talk gaming. You guys are doing something so beautiful, man, that's so commendable to me. It's like it's a slight envy. It's a good envy, but it's a slight envy. I don't want you guys to ever take each other for granted. And you guys stay hammering, bro. Because I know y'all done put so many years knowing each other, talking gaming, and it had to be just fun. Just absolutely fun, right?
Yep.
But because I don't have a brother, right? I had a sister who I game with, but you know how that go. So I've had to hold all the beast inside.
Facts.
So years after years, it's been donkeys I had to swing on, and I love doing it. I love going back and forth, but notice I don't block them.
Yeah.
I don't, troll them. They're part of our culture.
Yeah.
Whether you're a PlayStation fan or a Nintendo fan or a Stadia fan, you're all a part of the culture of console gaming, right? So it's the beauty of it. Take the good with the bad. Like I've always will say, the only thing I don't have time for is toxicity. Yeah. I'm not blocking you, bro. You're not that important. You're not hurting me. You're texting. It's social media.
Twitter fingers.
You put a lot of work in just to do that for me, so I'm laughing. Yeah. But to go to his point, this is what my problem is, Sensei, and Logic. Because we're from the root, right? We're from the root. This whole gaming stuff would not even be happening if it wasn't for us, right? We've never been the type to never call anything out for no console. Not one. If a console ain't holding its weight, we call it out.
That's facts.
Now, here's my problem with donkeys. You're playing a loud console in 2021. You think somebody like us is supposed to just let that slide. In 2021. And not just a loud blowing fan jet engine console. Some are louder than the others because Sony put two different.
So
corny, bro. Like that stuff would. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. PlayStation 5 in our generation, it's gone. It's done. Yeah. It wouldn't even sell.
The thing is, when did they stop being a gaming console and start becoming a gaming console?
It's too corny. Then on the fact, you don't want to talk about all the glitches. You don't want to talk about all the breaking. You want to overlook all these things. And then some of y'all have the audacity to come up on Twitter with your fake lies. Oh, well, you know, they all are great consoles. They're all great.
They all have the same chip. They all have the same chip inside of them. They all want to hang on that little AMD hat that they're all using a Ryzen 2 processor. I said, yeah, but guess what? Some, and not some, but one just happens to do it a little bit fucking better than the others. If you really want, one just does it a little bit better than the other. I mean, I'm saying a little. I'm trying to be nice.
You're being nice, Logic.
I'm being nice.
You're being nice.
Yeah,
Come on,
bro,
man.
because look, they don't understand. These are the laws, the principles of gaming, the foundations of gaming. Is never to lie for it. We don't never lie for it. You want better, you got to tell the truth. That's why we're looking good out here. Because we told the truth to Microsoft. Yo, this is what you messing up. This is what you messing up. This is what we want back. This is what we expect. That's why our console is a 60 frames per second standard console. Yeah. Microsoft knows if they throw a 30 frames per second game out there, it's a problem. They already know that. So even if the developers say, well, we're having an issue where we're just not used to building it. Oh, we're gonna have a performance mode. It's not even in question. Oh, we're gonna have a performance mode, but just know the X isn't a performance mode console. It doesn't need a performance mode. That's what Phil Spencer said it. Yeah. It's ultimately up to the developers, but no developer wouldn't want to utilize what we're about to give them, because what we're about to do is just button pushing. You want 60 frames? Hit the button.
Yeah.
Because we basically.
The thing is, what people don't understand is that
we're 2 days away, by the way, from that Super FX kit. We're 2 days away.
2 days away from Super FX.
We're 2 days away.
What people don't understand is that the Xbox console can do 4K and 60.
Yeah, it's not one or the other. It's not one or the other. Yeah.
Right. With the PlayStation 5, look, man. Y'all are capping hard out here. That console doesn't even do VRR, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing that console does that says next generation. Nothing. But
I've been saying this for
y'all are so right. Y'all are so indoctrinated. You're out here, dude. They were out here capping hard for Returnal, and Returnal's an upscale 1080p.
Legal. All those games have been coming out that's PS5 exclusive. It can only be played on PS5. I said, Logic. How many times have I said that can be played on PS4? That can be played on PS4.
But you want to know something that's funnier than that? You would think their games would come out in 4K. Their games, their in-house game. Ratchet and Clank ain't even 4K. Dynamic scaling, bro, is 1440p dynamic scaled.
Yeah.
This is coming out of their house.
What's the other one? The injection, 4K injection, or whatever they're doing now. Some technique.
The temporal
injection of 4K is the wording they're using. Bro. And they got pushed on that. What is that?
That is another technique. It's no answer. You know, it's like Wu-Tang and the 36 chambers, right? That's another round.
I'm from Brooklyn. I live in Staten Island.
Facts.
I live in Staten Island. I live in Shaolin. So it's like
the first level is learning how to master how to sweep. Well, that's your upscale. Then you have the second chamber, the second floor is when you learn dynamics.
I'm literally about to cry. I'm laughing so hard.
See, when I can talk to my family, y'all relate to what I'm saying. The third level, so that leaves you with 33 more chambers. When you're in your third chamber, you learn how to temporarily inject your resolution statuses.
But what is that legal? Is that why it just jumps? It just jumps temporarily up to 4K for real.
We'll look it up
for 2 seconds and then come back to
because there are different tricks like checkerboarding. There are different tricks that they've been trying to use.
HDMI, almost a 30-year-old technique.
Yeah, I know.
There's a new technique that they were using with HDMI cords now on newer ones to get like more bandwidth like inside of them. So like you're actually able to get like more color gamut, things like that. And you're also able to get like more of an uncompressed, because that's another thing, uncompressed frames and stuff. but the console itself, and this goes back to development part, it feels like they half-assed the whole development process. And then now you got developers that can't even, I guess, like even if you wanted to get a 4K, Returnal or a 4K Ratchet and Clank, could they even do that with the hardware that was provided to them?
I don't think they can. This is why I have a problem
That's the real question.
If the PlayStation fans would come out and be real about themselves and say, hey, I don't mind playing 30 frames a second. That's what my console can do. I don't mind paying $500 for this. That's different from sitting there and going, nah, 30 frames is the standard. We don't need 60 frames. It's okay that we don't have expandable memory. I'm okay with blowing on my controller.
All right, here we go.
That's all full caps to me. Like you're not really.
Here it is. He's right. Here it is. Temporal injection is a shortcut version of actual making the game full pixelated visuals. Okay, if I'm making any sense. So this is what a developer will do. All right, temporal injection is a technique we use to create a full 4K image without rendering every pixel on every single frame.
Yeah.
We render slightly more than half the pixels, then inject them into a full-size 4K image. There you have it.
So basically 1440. So 1440p upscaled.
That's it. Put in, inject it in. It's like messing with cells, right? It's like what you call it, cloning. No, cloning resolution pixels. Poor pixels. You're picking on the pixels, man.
But can I be mad at their developers, their in-house first-party developers, if that's the hardware that they've been given? It's like I wanted as a gamer in 2015, I think, Kills, when I decided to just say, fuck it, I'm going PC only, because I did that. I made that jump. I was a console gamer through and through since I was a kid. And then I learned how to build computers. My dad taught me. I built a fucking gaming PC. And then I became a PC gamer. And I never looked back. And it was fucked up because I had a lot of friends still, like Kills in general, that were on console. But me as a gamer, I evolved and I said, no, I want more than 60 frames. I want 120 frames. I got 144 hertz 1080p monitor, so I want to go play Counter-Strike. I want to go play Battlefield 4 on PC. I want to have these experiences and not be limited to what my console can do.
Right.
But now I'm at a point now, too, I made some moves and stuff like that. Long story short, I'm back in the console gaming along with PC gaming, but the console caught up, especially the console that I prefer, because I always preferred Xbox. I had them all. I've literally had the only one that I haven't had recently was fucking PS5. I had the PS4. I bought a PS4 just to fucking play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
See?
I literally, because I'm a gamer. Because I'm a gamer and I wanted to play the fucking game. Nothing's going to stop me from wanting to play a game that I want to play. If MLB, I'll say it every podcast too. If MLB The Show was only available on the PS5, I'd more than likely have a PS5 right now, because I was dying to play that fucking game. Dying to play that fucking game. They held
that game hostage. Think about it, and you know what I would say? It's not that great for me. I'm not buying $400 some damn dollars for a console to play one game.
Even the digital edition.
Right,
but there are gamers. But everybody's different in that aspect, right?
But you had a point, because you had no other option. If you that's where you went. And it was cool, right? Nobody preached to him. Nobody shed their tears for him because you was going to support Sony. But now it's a damnation. It's an abomination because Xbox got exclusives now.
But I never understood this with MLB The Show. I never understood if this was a MLB branded game, why was it only on Sony?
Because
I never understood that. I never understood how it wasn't what happened there.
I'm gonna tell you why. It goes back to what your brother Logic was talking about with the movie situation with Sony. Sony took their movie production influence and brought it into the baseball organization, and that's when you the movie aspect of what they did with 2K. When you go through your career, Sony
road to the show and everything like that, and like making it more of like an actual experience.
Right.
It's more of a sport. It's not a sports game anymore. It's more than as LeBron would say. It's more than a game. His whole thing. It's more than a game. That's why you can't just fucking load up a sports game anymore. It's like you have a My Player. You get to create your, you know what I mean, and you get to then go through. You get the Spike Lee. I mean, the two 2Ks ago, you had the Spike Lee directed
directed.
and NBA and stuff. Like, say what you want about it and stuff, but it's like that's what they're doing now with the sport games. They're giving you stories at this point. It's more of an experience. But listen, I'm just happy that everything. I was having the conversation with you, and you were like, "Yo, MLB The Show, Game Pass," literally because you fucking bought it, and I was like, "Yo, Game Pass, say less," and then boom, Xbox Series X. Series S.
What did I do the moment they announced the shit was coming to Xbox on Game Pass? What did I do? Didn't I hit you up and said, "Hey, Logic, shit is gonna be on Game Pass"?
I said, "Yo, say less." I said, "I'm selling my graphics card." I said, "I'll be getting a Series S. Save a couple of bucks, and then all I got to do is worry about the Game Pass Ultimate." And I got the first month for $1. My brother gave me a month, and I'm about to I need 800 more points to get my next fucking month. So I'm telling you, man.
Look, man,
and that's where we're at.
I will always say this. I'm a fan, not a fanboy, but I love the Xbox community, and it's what keeps me coming back to Xbox.
That's right.
The community is the community that makes it happen for me. Like I love that I'm able to talk about gaming and Xbox and Game Pass, and those who share the same likeness as I do can come in there and have a conversation with me. And
never forget what Sensei said. Never forget what Sensei said. The reason why we got MLB is because MLB forced Sony to put that game on Xbox. It's documented.
Yeah.
MLB forces Sony San Diego studio. There it is. See, it was the studio that they had that.
They had no say in the matter. The publisher of the game, is not PlayStation Studio. It is MLB.
MLB. Yep.
Yeah,
MLB publishes the game now and will continue to publish the game. San Diego Studios now going forward will now have to make. That's why I'm not even that mad, because when MLB The Show 22 comes out, it's going to play so much better on the Xbox because they're going to have a year with it. And there's going to be no more excuses. It's like, oh, I got to make it better for one than the other. It's like, nah, it's going to be good on both. It's going to be good on both now. It's not going to just be good on one.
I read this the other day, and I think I read this to you guys in the chat. I'm sitting there, and I'm reading this article. It says,
"Wait a minute, Sensei. Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't think people understand what people aren't getting Logic because Logic's spitting jewels. Sony, okay, what makes Sony significant with MLB? Just understand this: that Sony is the developing team that MLB pays to develop the game for.
Correct.
Don't act like Sony's the only thing out there that can ever make this game. MLB can say, you know what? We done put enough years into you. We're going to let Microsoft develop the game now. Exactly. It's that easy. I don't want anybody to think that MLB, we're stuck to Sony. No. That ain't the case at all.
There's no allegiance. It just, instead of having to worry about getting delayed, it's a business, but this game's coming out annually anyway. So let's not fuck up the vibe. It's just all you got to do now is you got to add it onto the other platform.
Right.
That's it.
And so just think, who you think is going to have the better version next year?
I don't think there. Listen, like I said, I understand because I'm on a Series S. I get some of the frame drops very small, insignificant. Right. But I think people that are on X, I think right now it's server communication with the crossplay because there is crossplay. I think games that are between PlayStation and PlayStation run good when you're playing against each other. I think games that are from Xbox to Xbox, they're good. The PlayStation to Xbox people is also good, but sometimes MLB The Show servers just have an issue where they go to shit, and that's it. I think hopefully because new player base, more money, okay, because now you have a whole new platform. That now
there's a reason why Sony is always reluctant to not open it up to crossplay. They know you guys are garbage, when it comes, they know y'all are garbage. All right?
But I haven't touched a baseball game in 8 fucking years. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Right. Yeah, give me a little time. Yeah,
facts. They know that at the end of the day, you're coming over here trying to mess with the live connection and all that. You're gonna get yourselves ran through. It's just what it is, right? But what I want is I want it to be open like Call of Duty. Let's open it up. Let's get the PlayStation fans and the Xbox the games together, and let's batter up, man. And let's do it for the love of baseball. Like I said, we don't care. We're playing. The more competition on baseball, the better, right? Who cares where you playing it at?
At that point, we ain't arguing consoles. We're arguing teams. What better team we got? That's it.
Yeah.
Right. Only way you gonna know is put the symbol up there. Yeah, put the little Xbox symbol, the PlayStation,
That's
so we
it.
know who we dealing with, and let's go.
And
We'll
that's the thing.
solve
I
all
don't
of
know
this
what
stuff.
shows, and I don't know what shows on the PlayStation side. But when you play a PlayStation person on Xbox, all you see is it looks like
It's
almost like
a
an old
generic
school
controller or
generic
something.
controller,
Yeah.
like an NES controller. That's what it
Right.
looks like. It looks like an NES controller because they don't put the PlayStation symbol. And I'm sure. And listen, it felt good seeing the PS Studios things on the Xbox because I'm like, the fuck is this an emulation? No, it's the actual game. And
That's
wait
the
until
actual
next
game.
year because you're gonna see the PS Studios again, but it's gonna run even better. Because they're going to have a
Look,
year
they have
now
to.
with it.
They're
It's going to
gonna
run
have
even
to.
better.
Kudos.
They're going to have more time with it.
Kudos to Xbox for trusting and giving their dev kits, their XDKs over to Sony San Diego Studios to develop MLB The Show on that. Like the trust there was like, here you go, because they knew what kind of console they got. Here you go, and develop that. I can only imagine what that game 1 year later is going to look like
This
on an
dude
Xbox
just
console.
spit some jewels. You know what's funny, man? My goodness, bro. You see a company showing no fear. Sony would never do nothing like that.
Oh no,
because they get shown up.
Not by choice. Not by choice.
Nope.
Not by choice.
Microsoft said, "Look, man, we're
Here you
gonna
go.
have to look." It had to happen that way because they don't want developing the game. So Microsoft was like, "You know what?
Here you go, man.
Put it over there. Just put it over there."
Let me ask you, and chat, get involved in this too. Let me ask you, if the game MLB The Show was being developed the other way around, it was being developed by Xbox,
Right.
and MLB came in and said, no, this has to open up. You have to develop it for all consoles. You think so? And you just answered, but you think Sony would go, here's our console, go ahead and develop on that? Or would Sony go, no, we'll do it over here, we'll do our own thing?
Facts.
Or will Sony go, you know what? We don't even want that game no more. We don't want to make it. Leave it alone. Like, that's the difference between what Xbox doesn't place it. Xbox is fearless right now, man. Here you go. We know what we got. Our product is good to go, man. It's
They're
gold.
trying to, but because their goal too, and I guess we could kind of, I don't know about wrapping it up. We are getting a little long-winded in this, but I definitely want to drive this point home. Microsoft's goal right now is looking past these Xboxes. We're now talking about Game Pass on multiple devices, not excluding the Xbox itself. We're talking about Game Pass as being built directly into TVs. We're talking about you being able to access Game Pass on mobile devices.
Yeah, the console ain't going nowhere.
Basically, the console's not going anywhere, but you will be able to play these games no matter where you go, whether it be from a little device that you plug into a TV, or if the TV already has it built in, all you got to do is just have your wireless Bluetooth controller that you connect to it.
And they're bringing current gen games to Xbox One X to the cloud.
Already.
No gamer stays behind.
So now, guess what? That whole generation, so we can forget about that whole C-bomb, CMOS fucking bullshit.
Done.
Your console becoming paperweight. If you're one of those people that like to hold on to your technology and you keep your shit right, you clean it up, you make sure that it's still lasting and stuff like that. Or if you can't get your hands on a new system, you're going to be good because you're going to be able to continue to play these games going forward. You're not going to be limited to just nothing at this point. They're not going to shut you out. You have an internet connection.
Stop showing me your dual shockers. Stop showing me that the DualSense. This is the greatest controller ever made right here. You see this? You see this? You see this?
I miss my Elite controller. Let me ask you something.
This is the 2.0.
Where'd you pick it up from?
You charge it through that. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you pick it up from, Legal?
Until you get a case that looks like this.
Yeah, he's already gone.
He go. Legal.
Yeah, I had to show him.
No. He's got the carrying case, yeah.
You get a carrying case like this, you know what I'm saying, where they care about you. You know, like I said, man, they represent us like we're gamers. You know what I'm saying? You open it up, bam, all your stuff in there.
But
that's what controller just like that, bam. Check this out.
They care about they care about their products from the beginning to end.
From the back end. I don't even have to take
That's dope.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
That's what the series
That's
too.
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But
you wanna know what hurts?
What's
Keep
that?
talking about the hurdle.
I'm saying that this is what Xbox does from start to finish. They care about their product and they put it. You got an Xbox Series S or X. You open it up right now and it's like, what is this? Like no tape. You don't break the box. It's just a little jelly thing you take off. You open it up and you expose to the new console. Like
it's on some Apple shit. It's like they're taking some cues from like Apple. It's like, oh, look how we do packaging. You know,
Xbox is on that level right now. We're like, you know what? We have a superior product right now, and we don't want you to just rip a box and get into it. We want you to open it up nice, you know, with the unboxing and all that, and then show it off. It's just, man, I'm telling you. But I didn't know that controller you could plug it in from the back like that. That's pretty
I didn't know that with the series. That's what the new one, the Series 2. And listen, for everybody that's stuck around and stuff like that, I said it on the timeline. It might get a little fanboyish, but honestly, today I don't give a shit. I know Kills doesn't give a shit. Today, let today be the day. If another day gets like that, that's fine. Normally, you know, we're pretty cool about it and stuff, but you already know the side that we lean on, and that's just what it is. And we're really excited about the shit that, you know, we own and we play and that we're on.
Here. You see this right here? This is the greatest controller ever made.
Is that the Gears one?
Ever made. I can sell this controller for $2,000 on eBay. You can't even get this. You can't even get this controller no more. It's extinct. It's extinct.
Which one is it?
That's the Gears of War one.
Gears of War.
Oh, okay.
Limited edition.
Elite controller. Oh, that's good.
Facts.
That's dope.
You can't even get that no more. That's a museum piece. Y'all talking about some damn dual shocks. Come on, man.
I took care of that, Kills.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Chat, I apologize, chat, for that stupid comment that just came up there. I took that out really quick. There's no room.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
no room.
What's wrong with that dude?
It's just people are
Yo, what's wrong with that dude, man?
No room for that.
That's sensitive. Yo,
that's why we can't. This why we can't have nice things. That's why, because people like that.
I took him legal. I don't. There's no room for that shit in my channel.
You mean to tell me he got that sensitive on a gaming channel?
On a gaming channel.
Yo, I need to take a picture of this.
On a gaming channel. This is where we're going. Like, people take, like, a console is like their identity, you know. And
here we go.
This is a console. Get that serious, man. You heard
a console. Hey, a console is not. It's not your girlfriend. It ain't. You said this legal. It ain't your. It ain't a woman. Right. It ain't a man. It ain't nothing. It's a console that you pay and you play. Own it.
Yo, no. I'm so yeah. So I guess. All these nasty.
How you getting that sensitive, man? How you getting that sensitive?
So, League, I don't know if people like this turn up in your chat, but
nah, man.
It's the first time we get this in our chat.
This is the first time we had this. Yeah, this isn't our community or anything like that. So
you getting the goody two shoes, man. That's what you're getting. You getting the cupcakes. You getting the cupcakes. You know, look, man. Look, let me tell you something, bro.
Oh Lord.
That's a day in my life, right? That's a day in the life, right? But here's the thing, man. They're butterflies. They're harmless. That's about as far as they ever go. If anything, you'll read about them. They're not stuff like social media was built for them. As you can see, they're doing a lot of work on their keyboard. That's it.
This is bots, obviously. These are bots.
It's too easy. Look, now you know what they did? They got together, right? And told each other what they were going to do on your channel, right? They're hurting that bad that they was like, look, let's come together.
You're right.
As a get-along gang, get the moose, get the cow, get the beaver, get the duck, and get them all together, right? And they said they're going to, don't even let that bother you guys, man.
Oh, it don't bother me. What I do ask, though, is leave a thumbs down, thumbs up, and sub to the channel. Yeah. And when you get more content, that's what I want you guys to do. Up, look down,
look at your brother. Yo.
Up, down, and give me that. That's all I want, man. Just give me that. Hey, signal boost me. Signal boost me, yeah, man.
Traffic out here, bro. Look.
That's it. Hey, look. Hey, picture time. Let's go.
Yo, is this how we go viral? Yo, is this how we go viral? Is this how we go viral? We like expose like some racist fucking jerk-offs in 2021. Is it? This is what we do?
This is the best you can do? Is this the best you can do? Look, this is it. It's all good.
Yeah.
You can think that what you just do brings value to yourself or whatever. But we all know that, you know, you're not doing that in real time. There's consequences and repercussions for that stuff. So to me, it's just a walk in the park. You know, the keyboard gives you that leeway to express your emotions, but we're men here, so all we gonna do is laugh at that. You know, I'm not even gonna tell you to grow up. I'm not even gonna tell you to grow up. If you haven't grown up by now, then you're not gonna grow up.
Yo,
And
who's got time for this? Who's got time for this on a Sunday though? For real, like how much time?
Oh no,
these
accounts jump on different. I've seen these accounts.
What happened was y'all hurt their feelings with that truth, like I was saying.
That's crazy.
And they came up on it. But this is what's beautiful about it. Y'all got that airtime, man. That means somebody was listening. Hey, they came to hear what y'all had to say.
I love it.
You bust that open, bro. Look, to me, that's a trophy. I almost envy that. Bro. I almost envy that because they took that much time to just get reported. Like, come on, y'all.
That's
it's
crazy.
Not even that serious, man. You didn't do anything to me. You didn't even do anything to the brothers. Were you thinking you was gonna hurt a grown man's feelings?
Facts.
Wow.
Like, I'm a grown man, bro. You gotta look. All that's just funny, dude. Thanks
for the view. Thanks for the view account, though. Real quick though, but thanks for the view account. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate the view account.
I appreciate you. Thanks.
Yo, wow.
Thanks.
Hold on, let me again. Gamer. Gamer. Look, man.
I didn't even know it was up. I wasn't even paying attention.
It just started. I saw my numbers up. I'm like, what's going on? It's a bomb.
Thanks.
It's a bomb.
Thank you. Yo, analytics are gonna be looking crazy this week.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Crazy this week.
Hey, again, sub, dislike, whatever you want to do, sub to my channel, man.
Liked it, yeah. Have literally analytics. Let's go.
Yo, don't even look.
Yo, they help with the algorithm though. It's like more people are gonna watch this replay because of this stupid shit. We apologize for that. We apologize for this. If you do hide the chat replay, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. We're gonna have moderators in place for next week.
Yo, Blue,
this shit won't be allowed. Don't worry about it, man.
Have you ever heard of the rapper Eminem? If not, go check him out.
But we'll definitely have moderators in place next week. But I'm gonna stop paying attention to that.
Why would you say something like that unless you've been? Why would you say something like that unless you've been?
People are crazy, yo.
Look, he's saying stuff. That's how you know it's hilarious, bro. Look, but you're not. But you're not, Griffin. But you're not. But you're not.
That's those are all.
Look at y'all. Look. Look.
The engagement though.
But y'all gotta make Channel 3 news before anybody take y'all serious. You gotta make Channel 3 news.
That's crazy.
We don't care. We don't care either.
As I take a sip of my water.
Look, that's coming out of y'all's mouth. Y'all need to check yourselves, man. Because real men don't even have those words coming out their mouth. So that's that weirdo stuff right there.
Must be PlayStation people.
That's got to be some that's got to be that's that donkey stuff right there, man.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to feed it. I don't want to feed into it, but on some real shit.
That's that donkey stuff right there, man. All I gotta say is
this, man. We
got legendary on the other show today, baby.
Yo, first kiss on. Yo, Legal, you turned it up.
Bro, Legal, you love forever, baby.
Yo, Legal, where can we find you? Shut your shit out. Let's go.
Listen, you can find me where those clowns aren't.
Facts.
Because that's facts.
Facts.
That's facts. That's absolutely facts. You won't find these clowns where I'm at. That's facts. I'll guarantee you that.
That's little kid shit. That's little kid shit.
Dudes, hey, check it out. I can go to their streets and their hoods and be good. That's facts. Can't come to where I've been and be good. That's facts.
That's facts.
Yeah. So on top of that, you can check me out on YouTube. Check me out. Go put my gamer tag up right there. That's gamer tag right there. the new legal. Check me
Yeah,
out
man.
on Di-RRec Gaming. And as a matter of fact, Sensei, we going up after this show.
doing it?
Logic, Sensei, y'all are welcome. I'm gonna send y'all. We're gonna continue this.
No, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up for sure.
All right, let's do it.
And I appreciate everybody that came out today to support this channel.
Yeah,
big
man.
ups to the streets.
Even the haters.
Big ups to everybody. Big up to the brothers, man. Y'all keep doing y'all's thing.
Thank
and
you,
let's
brother.
keep
Appreciate
it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving, baby. I appreciate you, Legal, for coming on the show today, man. This is gonna happen again. Hopefully, very, very soon.
Yeah, right.
I love your energy. I love how positive you get. I love everything about what you do, man. And
let's do it.
This was you. I was like, let me just sit back. He's gonna teach it out. So I appreciate it, man. For those who was able to join the chat, not these fools here, but for those who literally follow me every single week, I appreciate you guys coming in here. I told you this is gonna get bigger and better. It's all about the Xbox. This is what we do. Hey, Logic, send us out, man.
Send us out, man.
Thanks for stopping by. Fuck the haters. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. This is great. Yo, analytics is looking great this week. Thank you. Fuck the chat. I love all of yous. I love all of you. I love the real ones. I love the fake ones. And like my brother Kills would say, and Legal, you might be new to this, but that's how we send it out. Happy fucking gaming.
Yes, sir. Peace.